And who does this disadvantage? The main one is going to be Chris Bumstead. I want to discuss who this potentially advantages and who it potentially disadvantages. So I've got a little list here. Who does this help in the Olympia in terms of maybe challenging Cbum? It helps Terence Ruffin, who presumably will be able to be 5 pounds bigger. And he was hitting his weight cap before. So 5 pounds doesn't sound like a lot. It's actually a huge amount and will make a huge difference on a shorter physique like Terence Ruffin. It's more like 8-9 pounds on a guy that's 6 foot tall. Urs Kalaczynski. Now, we've seen Urs be really, really big, 275 pounds, I think it was, in his off-season updates. He's going to be able to come into that Olympia bigger now without having to really diet away some of that muscle. So very excited for him. And also Ramondino, who I featured recently, who is looking enormous in his off-season updates. Well, off-season, starter prep, whatever you want to call it, 14, 15 week out updates, where he looks like he's going to be way too big for that classic physique class. He's able to now grow into it. I don't know if he can be 7 or 8 pounds bigger, but if he can be 7 or 8 pounds bigger, we're going to see an all-new Ramondino look absolutely insane. So I'm very much looking forward to that, and we may see a challenge to Chris Bumstead because I believe Chris Bumstead is in that 6'1 to 6'2 category. I think so. Anyway, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that one. And who does this disadvantage? The main one is going to be Chris Bumstead because I believe he's over 6'1 and up to 6'2. I think he is. He might be in the height class one below, but I think he's in that height class. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But if he can only be 2 pounds bigger compared to all these other guys, 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds bigger, that's a huge difference because guys are going to be catching up to 6 pounds on Chris Bumstead in terms of stage weight. And we get an extra 6 pounds, from Ramondino, at least catching up wise. That's a huge amount. From Urs Kalaczynski, that's a huge amount. And Urs wasn't even filling out the weight cap as it was before. And he was third best in the world. So I think we're going to see more contenders challenging Chris Bumstead. But do the IFBB really want Chris Bumstead to potentially lose the Olympia because he is such a big name? And if he loses, he might call it a day. Or he might come back and it could lead to an epic story if he lost the Olympia title and then was able to come back. I mean, I'm looking probably too far into the future now, but